This isn't gonna work, is it? Okay, people, welcome back to another Fwoosh Weekly. As always, I'm Robo, and whew, it's been a hectic week, hasn't it? Tell me down below if you did or didn't get in on the NECA San Diego sale, because day 3, after much problems, I finally made it in. Before the sale went live, PayPal wouldn't let me log in. It just kept giving me, something went wrong on our end, sorry. And then I got the Turtle Bundle in. It logged me out. I had to go through that. By the time I got through the checkout, it sold out. I went back, got the bundle. It had some stuff I didn't want, but I needed the turtle set. PayPal, again, not cooperating, so I had to put all my credit card info in and got through. So I'm done with some extra stuff. And that was quite pricey. That's on top of Marvel Legends pre-orders today. Let's just talk about toys because there's a lot. First up, oh yeah! Mattel and or Entertainment Earth has announced their San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Slim Jim Macho Man Randy Savage. And if you're old enough, if you weren't into wrestling, you still probably saw this version of Macho Man on your TV at some point in your life. Some people are saying it's not quite accurate. There's something with the hat, there's something with the design on the pants, but your mental image of Macho Man in the Slim Jim commercials, this is it in plastic form. I said it was San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, but it will be going up for pre-order on Entertainment Earth on June 18th. And then at the actual show, it'll be at the Mattel booth in limited quantities. That's what it says. And I don't know, if I don't order it online, I may have to hit up Mattel's booth for the first time in several years. I don't buy a lot of the wrestling figures from Mattel, even though I am a big fan of wrestling, but even the box here, with the Slim Jim box that you see on display at stores, man, it's just so cool. Keeping with wrestling though, Boss Fight Studios has announced that they have teamed up to do a Legends of Lucha Libre line. And the reason this caught my eye is it's 1/12 scale, so more 6-inch wrestlers of luchadors and luchadoras, they make sure to point that out, from Boss Fight Studios. I don't do smaller scales, but man, I've drooled and looked at their smaller stuff and thought, oh man, that would be amazing, scaled up a little bit. Now they're gonna hit this line 6-inch swinging. That's weird. I don't know why I said it like that. It's just this one teaser, but looking at it, it looks to be beautifully sculpted, nicely articulated. The base bodies will be very interesting in hand. On top of that, they promise playsets and rings and accessory packs, something that I've always wanted for wrestling figures, or just figures in general. They say there's a 6-inch super articulated line and a 6-inch kids line, which I think, or I'm guessing, is kind of like Hasbro's Marvel Legends on this shelf, and then right beside it is the less articulated 6-inch line. No info or prices or anything like that, but they say that will all be revealed, plus lineups at, Expo Lucha, August 17th and 18th in San Diego. Soap Studios has been showing this The Dark Knight bank robber version of Joker for a little while at shows, and they finally have full-on, beautiful solicitation pictures of the figure. But looking at it this close up and stuff, it seems to be your standard Soap Studio fare, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying they have their own little style. Not like Mezco where they throw extra stuff in. It's more like they base it on the character from the movie, and then it's kind of toyified? What word am I looking for here? The clothes seem a little bit stiff, and then the likenesses may just be a little bit off, but it's still the essence of the character. It's still kind of a cool representation. I've seen some good things about the Flash figures. I just haven't dove into the line yet. But it's Joker, and this may be the one that gets me. They state that they've updated the base body here from 27 points of articulation to 35. So again, that may be my jumping on point because more articulation is always appreciated. For accessories, it's really loaded down. It has the standard Joker head, it has a clown mask head, it has a clown mask accessory. It only lists one pistol, but in the picture it shows 2. A banknote brick, 3 smoke grenades, 3 grenades, alternate hands, and a nifty duffel bag that holds all, or well, at least most of those accessories. The unmasked actual Joker head looks good, but you know I'm gonna gripe about it. Why paint the eyes looking to one side? I can understand it, and I kinda don't like it, we'll get to that here in a minute, when there's a straight on looking head and then a head looking to the side with maybe a different expression or something, but as the main head, I don't know. Well, okay, I just thought if they're going to release like a standard Joker later, or even the Nurse Joker, maybe it'll come with a Joker head that's looking forward, and you swap the two. Tricky, Soap Studios. Tricky. They didn't list a price or release date, but pre-orders will be going up this weekend during what I'm guessing is the full-on reveal at Wonder Festival Shanghai. Here's a teaser for the Storm Collectibles Street Fighter V battle costume Cammy. They posted this picture on their Facebook. It's coming. There's the picture. Looks pretty good. Remember last week when I said the Super7, Voltron, and Toxie from Toxic Crusaders were going to go up for pre-order this week? That's been pushed to next week. But to make it up to everybody, they've also added the Ren&Stimpy pre-order to the same day. The placards at Toy Fair said $35 for, I think, each of these. I can't remember if Ren&Stimpy, I think it's a set. And they said a release for September, but we'll know all that for sure next Monday. That's when these go up for pre-order. So keep an eye out on the Super7 store site. Super7 store site, Super7 store site. Yep, go ahead, hit us with it. It's Dragon Ball. I have a very small window for knowledge on Dragon Ball. It's about Dragon Ball Z to about the Cell Saga. Anything before that and anything after, I'm kind of like, I don't know, but the figures sure look cool. This week, Bandai announced their SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Bulma. From reading the description, I know that this is from, or well, I'm gonna say this is from the first episode of Dragon Ball. That may be wrong. I don't know. That's what they said, not me. They said that. Comes with alternate hands, 3 face options, a gun, an alternate empty holster, Dragon Radar, and the 2-star Dragon Ball. One of the pictures has her holding 2 Dragon Balls, and some people thought maybe it was the 5-ball was getting reissued. Nope, it's just the 2-star. Should be $50 and release in November. Oh, I missed you, Robo Don't Know Graphic. I didn't use you last week, but you're getting it on today. I don't know Pokemon. I don't keep up with Pokemon. My kids watched it, and I know, like, around the outside, just looking in, of going, that's a Pokemon. I can identify actual just Pokemons in general, but not their names. So when Bandai solicited the Blastoise Arts remix, I thought, man, that's kind of cool looking, but does remix mean it's a re-release of a previous figure? I've seen people talking about maybe the toes are changed. Was the first release 2 toes and this is 3 toes? I don't know. Hey, it's a Pokemon. But I wanted to mention it for those of you who like Pokemon figures. You can't blame me for just trying to get pictures out there and looking at stuff. Hey. This is about $40 and released in October. And then finally on the Bandai front, they solicited their SH Figuarts Avengers Endgame Hulk. It's okay. As forum member Amazing Spider-Man pointed out, it seems like Bandai is working off this concept art image, and if that's their goal, they are nailing it. Me, I'd prefer a more professor look from the movie, just him in regular clothes. Still though, the proportions here are very, very nice. The articulation looks more than adequate. If it's like the last Hulk release, it's going to be amazing. Just nice and big and thick and, well, for lack of a better term, hulking. At 7.5 inches, he will be no slouch on the shelf. Comes with alternate hands, comes with a pair of fists, comes with a pair of open hands, comes with an alternate head. One head is looking forward, the other head is looking slightly to the left. Same expression, just different direction. I'm not liking this trend. That's on top of both heads looking kind of bored, kind of emotionless, just kind of, I'm Hulk and I'm here. To make matters worse, on the action shots with the head looking to the left, it looks more cross-eyed than it actually does looking left. And then the facial expressions makes it look like he's just going through the motion in a hollow, emptyless life. Poor Hulk. And to take more jabs at the head here, it looks like in-game Ruffalo's face inside the head of like Avengers 1 Hulk. Is that his old hairstyle? I think it would have been better with the in-game hair, with the gray kind of stubble beard, gray there too, glasses. It would have helped out a lot. I don't know, it just seems like a miss to me, which may be why they made this a Soul Web exclusive. They hit us with this Hulk now that they made off the concept art, and then later they'll hit us with a full-on in-game Hulk, or that sweet-ass Hulk that they showed at a show last year. That was the Avengers 1 Hulk, but just so beautiful. $85 and it'll hit in October. Last week after the weekly on Saturday at midnight, Hasbro revealed, well, the last figure for their X-Force Wendigo wave and then put it up for solicitation. Boom Boom comes with an effect, comes with an alternate head with a bubblegum bubble blowing, and then has a nifty left hand where the power looks like it's surging through and goes to kind of a translucent boom boom plastic thing. And then an alternate left hand if you don't want that on her. Cannonball is in one of my favorite costumes for him, but it does confirm what we were told at Toy Fair, that there will be no bottom half for Cannonball. It's just his blast effect. Now when they told me that at Toy Fair at first, I was like, half a figure? But looking at it there and then now, I'm thinking I'm gonna hang that blast effect on the wall and he's gonna come shooting out of some odd place on my shelf. It'll look super cool. I don't know why I was gonna say that. It'll look nifty there, because nifty's better than super cool. Guardian, somewhere in the process, has lost his metallic sheen. The red was candy apple in the prototypes. This is more of a dull white and red, but it adds to Alpha Flight on the shelf. He may have Muppet mouth a little bit, super frown, but I can just, why is Wolverine always brr? I am digging the different colors used on Mr. Sinister here. It just looks like a big, beautifully sculpted, imposing figure for the shelf. You also have to respect his risky fashion choice of wearing short boots over thigh-high boots. You work it, Mr. Sinister. But the cape kicks ass. It goes up like it's supposed to, comes back down. Yeah. We were also told at Toy Fair that Nightcrawler would come with 3 heads and at least one of them would have the shadow on the forehead. They were just unsure of which one would get that. But all 3 here, along with the body, amazing looking. Now, I hate to even gripe about it, but the heads do look a little young for my perfect version of Nightcrawler. Excalibur for life. But this totally works with his cutlass. This will be the Nightcrawler on the shelf, at least until they give us that, what was it, Alan Davis version. But the final reveal, the one we didn't know about, is X-Force Wolverine. Gray, black, red eyes. Looks like it has new boots, new gloves, new claws. There's a little hook at the end. That's cool. Can we get them made out of a substance that doesn't bend in the package? Nobendium. Wolverine nearly died when they grafted his bones with nobendium. And then the Build-A-Figure is Wendigo, who we hadn't seen in actual plastic form until now. It was just a cardboard standee when we first saw him, and then a sculpt later. I think the original concept for this was to go with an off-white color, kind of yellowish, kind of grungy, but I like that they went with a pure Snow White here. A lot of complaints about the sculpt of the head, but I like that they came in and shadowed around the eyes and then put some blood in the teeth. Makes it a little bit more intimidating. I'm coming around to this quickly. Wendigo's not supposed to be pretty. Wendigo's supposed to be ugly. This works. Plus, I'm going to need this with a white Sasquatch head on it to put Snowbird in my Alpha Flight team. Unless they get to Snowbird first, and then I can do either or. I'll put the white Wendigo behind her, like I'm changing into the white Wendigo if they don't give us a bird form or something like that. Hasbro also hit us with new solicitation pictures for the Marvel Legends Captain America with motorcycle. It's kind of odd because it's not being solicited. We don't know the release date. We kind of know the price based on previous figures, but it's just like, hey, look at this. I love any and all Captain America figures. I'm glad to put this one on the shelf. Some people say I don't like it because it's the ultimate Captain America. I'm not familiar with that storyline, so to me, this is a great looking World War II Captain America for the shelf. I'm winning. The motorcycle is reused from the Wolverine motorcycle, which was reused from the Ghost Rider motorcycle, but they keep changing the fronts a little bit, so it's not so obvious. Also, it has the machine gun in the holster on the front right there. I would have liked to see more paint apps here, but I'll just dirty it up when I get it. I'm just happy to get that Captain America. Did I just stare off lovingly into the distance thinking about a Captain America figure? But Hasbro keeps hammering us with new figures, and I'm not going to complain at all. Just today, they put up for solicitation the Marvel Legends Retro Wave. We saw 4 of these back at Toy Fair, like Silver Samurai. Didn't think we'd get Silver Samurai anytime soon, and especially not in a vintage carded wave. Before this, we thought it's all reuse, they can only do so much. But then we get Silver Samurai, who is a completely 100% new sculpt, as far as I can tell. The rules are out the window. Anarchy, chaos, cats and dogs. Check out how he uses every bit of the package for height. He's just filling it up, at least vertically. Horizontally, you get his katana, you get his wakizashi. It's good to get this figure. Oh, you're gonna start shooting now, huh? Madripoor Stealth Wolverine just tickles my nostalgia bone. I loved this run back in the day. I mean, where else can you find a guy killing people with claws with only pantyhose around his eyes and everybody's like, who's that guy running around killing all those people? It's a mystery. I love, love, love comic books. Damn it. I need to read more. Alternate hands, and he also comes with the Muramasa blade. Is that pronounced right? Looks like the X Factor Cyclops picked up the metallic paint job from Guardian. And while it seems out of place here, but I'm okay with it because, damn it, I love me a metallic sheen. I'm still unsure about the leaking out energy kind of thing on both heads. Perfect world, we would have had visors that plug in and out with a thick peg or a couple of thick pegs. You plug it in, you pull it off, you put it on the other head. One has the power leaking out, one is just the standard visor, one has the slot for the effect that shoots out. Then you get an alternate head with the hair out, with the mask actually down, with glasses that also unplug and plug. You could put the visors there. Perfect world. Yeah, ending world hunger, all peace for all humanity. You know, the standard things. Still, this is one of my junior high guilty pleasures, was the original X Factor run. So I need this. I need Jean in her colors. I need Human Beast in, I like the brown and yellow. So, and then we'll take care of Iceman here in a minute. Dazzler, this is one of my favorite versions of Dazzler. I also like just the skin tight costume with this, but I'm good with the headband. I'm good with the leather jacket. But this really makes me ache for a new long shot. Yes, I said ache. I'm being overly dramatic here. We're talking about X-Men. I also like that they incorporated the standard Hasbro power effect into the packaging itself. As for the new reveals, Iceman uses the 2099/Sunfire/ whoever else uses this body. And at first I was like, oh, they didn't make one more angular, you know, like Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends or something like this, but it works for what it needs to be, and that is a clear, translucent Iceman from the 90s. It has a belt. It's not quite the X Factor belt, but it's a belt. You can take it off if you don't want to use it. That's the good thing about them not gluing stuff down anymore. The ice slide, it looks like it has a foot peg on the back. It's okay. I mean, with the packaging constraints here, they weren't going to give us a big old ice slide that's going to take up half the display and curl around and do twisties and stuff. But this works for what it needs to. But he should have came with open hands, because when I picture Bobby doing his power and making the ice slide, it's always psh. And then finally there is Storm, in the wrong costume color. No, I know it's a big debate. Some people prefer white, mostly from the animated series or how they perceive the comics to be, but it was always black to me, just very high gloss, shiny black. But I have no doubt that Hasbro is going to do a re-release of this figure in black and probably eventually silver. And even though I don't prefer the white, I don't remember some of the 90s around the time of the cartoon, so I never watched the cartoon, but I'm good with this. I will be buying this. This will be Storm on my shelf until I get the black one. She has the other Hasbro go-to power effects of lightning that goes over her arms, and then it looks like her cape is very similar to the one we saw with the Mohawk modern look Storm. Little thin, little flimsy, easy to crease, kind of hard to manipulate, but it works. And if not, I'll be digging out my old Toy Biz version and see how that cape looks here. Now, retro means they're vintage carded, means Hasbro has me in for 2 sets, because I'm not a carded collector, but damn it, I cannot resist putting these cards on the wall. Hasbro has me by the... And like I said, they went up for pre-order today, so get your ass over to Dorkside Toys, order you a case, or some singles, or whatever he has left right now, and we will be waiting till August for these to come out, if not earlier. Hasbro's hitting us hard this year. And that's it for this week. Like I said, this weekend is Wonder Festival in Shanghai, so maybe we will see the full-on solicitation for that Mafex Infinity War Thor that's looking all beautiful, or maybe Kyoto will announce the next Amazing Yamaguchi figures after Optimus Prime, because who knows where they're going there. I need more. And if new stuff is shown, I may do a quickie earlier next week, but next weekend I will be in San Antonio for a Comic-Con. So no weekly. And I'm pretty sure there will be no weekly this time. Not like last time where I said, I'm not going to be here, there will be no weekly, and then the elements themselves rained hellfire down upon me, flooded me in, I couldn't go, but I got to do a weekly, so that makes me happy. So I will definitely be out next week, one way or another. Unless the floodiest of floods hits yet again. I cannot remember ever seeing that much water in my driveway. Also, even though I don't say it every week, I always put all the pictures I use, the pictures I use for the weekly on the Fwoosh front page on Saturday at noon. So if you want to see anything closer, or if I'm standing in front of something or blocking it somehow or waving, you can go there tomorrow and see the pictures in all their glory. I'm going to shoot these over the weekend. I'll have those up next week. I need to find the wild card though. I found the whole set at Walmart. Wild card was missing, which seems to be the norm. Everybody wants to use that suit body for their other lines. So I'll be hunting all weekend, hoping to finish this up. So if you like this Fwoosh Weekly or want to rant and rave that you didn't get in on the NECA sale, because I understand completely, you put that down in the comment section below. Give me a little like, give me a little subscribe if you haven't, and I'll catch you on the Fwoosh. Bang bang!